Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to break down some of my new offensive scheme on College Football 25, which is the UNLV Go Go Offense. So you're seeing clips of the Go Go Offense in action right now, and this is something that I just used to win a natty, even against good teams like Alabama and Ohio State. So those are two of the best teams in the game, and UNLV is only a Tier 4 team. So this is proof that it's all about scheme over team. So let's briefly talk about the Go Go Offense before I get into the breakdown and show you some of the plays. So the Go Go Offense is a nice blend between power running out of shotgun as well as airing it out from spread. So it's kind of combining the two, and you do it from these sets called Go Go. They'll be called Duo in custom playbook, where you have these two running backs that are right next to each other in the backfield, as opposed to like a split look where you have one running back on each side of the quarterback. We break those down in the offense as well because they're also very good. And you can audible from Go Go to split, and it's really nice. But these go-go sets, they create a lot of confusion. You can do a lot as far as power running as well as gimmicks. So that's why I put Brendan Marion on the thumbnail, because he was definitely cooking when he came up with this offense, and we tried our best to emulate it as well as possible for College Football 25. So if you guys want to try out this offense, go check it out on acemadden.com. Use code GOGO for 25% off on monthly membership. That'll grant you access to every single scheme we have on the site in both College Football 25 and Madden 25. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first formation I want to talk about is going to be Go Go Offset Over. This is the first Go Go set in the entire playbook. So it starts with wing slot offset, and then we have Go Go Offset Over. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite run plays in the entire playbook, which is guard load option, which is the one on the right. It is insanely good. You guys have no idea. You saw clips of it. I use it in the red zone all the time. But if you look at this formation, we have a 5-strong formation. So we have 2 running backs to the side, tight end, and 2 receivers. So every eligible receiver is to the same side. And we have a pulling guard, and the quarterback is keeping it. It's just a nightmare to defend this. So let's have a look. You can just take off with your quarterback, pitch it if you want with LB. But honestly, you can just keep it with your quarterback most times because you just have numbers. But if you hold RT, you can check where the pitch key is. It's the guy with the P above him. If he plays you, then you want to pitch it to the running back with LB. And if you hold down LB, like you don't tap it, you actually hold it down, your quarterback is going to pitch the ball a little bit faster. But as you can see, like right here, we just get out extremely quickly. And this quarterback on UNLV is, I think, 84 speed, which is good enough to run this. But as you can see, like we're getting to the edge every single time. They're going to have a really hard time defending this. I haven't really played anybody who knows how to stop this. I don't even know how to stop it, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. Definitely make sure to use this run all the time. Now, there is one more play I want to talk about out of Go Go Offset Over, and it's RPO Alert HB Flat. There's going to be multiple of these found throughout the playbook, and it's just really nice because it's basically an RPO bubble, but from the backfield instead of a wide receiver running a bubble. So I'm a big fan of these. The 2 receivers block for you. And it's also pretty good blocking for the most part. I'd say the only risk of this getting picked is if a user sees it coming and really overcommits to it and picks it off himself. I haven't really seen it get picked off from like a computer defender. There might be a way to do it. But I will say that that was a pretty bad rack animation. If you wait a little bit longer, typically you'll get a better one. But I'm a huge fan of this, and you can also just hand it off. If you like the numbers on the left side of the field in this case, which is the weak side, you can just let it hand off like this. In this case, I didn't really like the numbers, but if they're playing like a... So like right here, I would never hand it off because the box is just stacked with 8 players. But I already know I have my running back. Not the best rack animation again. There we go. But pretty self-explanatory, fun play to run, and it's going to be really hard for them to stop. Okay, let's talk about some passing setups. So we're going to go to gun split now, and we're going to use one of my favorite plays in the offense, which is Texas. And I'll show you one of my route combinations out of the ebook. So Texas, just go against random because this is going to be technically everything. So we're going to run this with the strong side to the wide side. So find your tight end and make sure he is to the wide side of the field. So the ball's on the left hash. You want your strong side to be on the right. So let's go ahead and fade the outside receiver, which is B. We're going to corner out the tight end and then stem him all the way down. So Y, A, hold LB or L1 on PS5. Left stick all the way down until your corner route looks like this. And then you can run it like this, but in this case, I know they're not blitzing me, so I'm going to send the running back on the weak side out. If you send him out, put him on a wheel. And this is what your play art looks like. And this is going to do pretty good versus really anything. You have a high-low between your Texas and your post. And in some cases, you'll hit your tight end corner. This guy, I don't know how to say his name, to be honest. Is kind of slow. He's like 74 speed, but he's a beast. Like he's like 6'7", 270 or something. Like he's an animal. Like I don't know how this guy's this big in college, but he is a little bit slow. But if you're gonna throw to him, just make sure to click on an agate. Tried throwing it to my post, but you know this is Georgia Tech, and they look like a beast pass rush in practice mode. But this post is going to win on his break typically. Big fan of this play. Look right here. This might be a cover 0. So let's go ahead and block the running back. Let's have a look. There is the running back angle. And against cover 0, you're looking at your post and your Texas, but you can also maybe throw to your corner route as well. Like right there. I just high pointed it. It's 6'7". He's not going to separate much, but you can still throw to him. So one more time. Right there, they send everybody, and I panic through. But this setup's really good. It's going to be good versus most coverages. The next play is going to be out of Go-Go slot open, and it's PA fin. And we're going to talk about the first setup out of the ebook. And for this one, we are going to deep cross the ISO receiver. So ISO just means isolated. He's on his own, which is X. So deep cross him with D-pad to the right in this case. We're then going to Texas the inside running back, which is A. We're going to corner out the outside running back, which is Y. And then we're going to speed out the outside receiver, which is B. So this is the setup. And we have a similar action over the middle of the field. So we have the Texas and the deep cross, which is similar to the post that we just had out of Texas. But then we have a different concept over here on the right. So we kind of have like, it's a flood of sorts, but really what's going to happen most times is you're going to have your speed out or your corner. Like right there, I had the speed out immediately. And anytime I put a speed out on the field, I typically read him first. Because if he's going to be open, he's going to be open immediately. So like right here, well, I don't know what just happened there with the pressure. It's like my right tackle didn't even try to block him. So speed out first. They're playing off coverage, take your 10 yards. Why not? Now, if you want to be greedy, go for it. I'm not a greedy player. I take my free yardage every single time. Even against like off man. In some cases, press man too. Speed out is just really good. Now let's try to throw something else. So running back corner against man coverage will be pretty good. Right there in that case, he doesn't separate. But overall, I'd say it is pretty reliable. There's the angle. Then we have the slot receiver who's not really a read, but he is clearing out for the deep cross. Again, I don't know what just happened there with the blocking. There's a deep cross. Check it again. Probably not the read there. I thought he was going to go play the speed out. Check again. There's deep cross separating versus man coverage immediately. And then the final play I'm going to go over today is going to be PA swing lead out of gun split slot open. And let me just tell you up front, I have a setup out of this that bombs or beats literally everything in the game. Like, I'm not capping. It is that good. Even against match, it just destroys match. But that is going to stay reserved for the ebook. But for this setup, what we're going to do is corner out the strong side running back, which is RB in this case. And then we're going to deep cross the ISO receiver, which is X. And this is what your final play art should look like. So we have this motion swing from this weak side running back, and there is an interesting feature built in on this running back. So what I'm going to do, I didn't have enough time to throw it properly, I should say. So this time we'll be able to do it because it's not a cover zero. So here we go. Watch what happens with this running back. So I hate this rack animation, by the way. It happens all the time. I got to figure out how to mitigate that. Maybe a certain pass lead or freeform or something. But watch this running back. He's jogging, and then he starts sprinting. So if you wait longer, you're typically going to get more of a gain, I would say. Because I would say you do get a better rack animation most times. And against man coverage, he's going to separate. So let's run this a couple more times, but let's throw to somebody else that's not the motion swing, just to show you these other routes are going to be pretty good too. So there is the running back corner. He's pretty consistent against man, I would say. I definitely trust that route. And then these two crossers over the middle of the field. The user is going to pick one of them, just throw it to the other. Right there, that wasn't that much separation, but I just free-formed it. And we still got it in. Right there, the running back corner and the swing were open. I was just too busy looking at the crossers. Definitely start with the motion swing. If you like it, just take your yardage. There's the running back corner. And overall, very good play to run. Anyways, that's going to be it for the scheme preview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you want to use the full offense, go check it out on acemadden.com. It is extremely fun to run, and I promise you're capable of beating any team in the game using this offense. And when you decide to become a member, make sure to use code GOGO for 25% off on monthly membership. That'll grant you access to everything we have on the site, including this UNLV Go Go offense. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.